What 1 in a billion occurrence happened to you? I literally became Spider-Man. I was at school and during lunchtime I reached into the box in my closet to grab a textbook. I felt a sharp stab in the corner of my little finger at the cuticle of the nail bed. I was running late to class so I thought nothing of it. I became ill with profuse sweating and nausea during the day, then violently ill into the night with vomiting and diarrhea and swollen adenoids. Went to the ER the next morning and they ran every test they could. 2 days later I started having trouble breathing and went to the ER again. My heart was swollen up half again to its normal size, my lungs were swollen, and my kidneys too. Doctors kept me for 2 days with batteries of tests and after 2 days let me go as everything was going back to normal. Then I began pooping what appeared to be a white paste and this went on for 2 days. At the end of which I noticed that my tongue and the lining of my mouth was almost purple in color and I had a red streak from the tip of my little finger that during the day extended up to my bicep by that evening. Went back to the ER and the doctor said he had no clue but maybe I had been bitten by something venomous. I then thought about the day that the symptoms started and went to that box in my closet and sure enough there was a little black spider in the box. I asked one of my professors about it and he told me the county health department had an entomology office not far from campus so I captured the little spider and went on over. The doctor there told me it was just a grass spider and there was absolutely no way it could have envenomated me for 3 reasons. He said they have curved mandibles so they can't hit the human skin. They have soft mandibles so even when they manage to strike the skin the mandible will turn and not break the surface. But most importantly their venom which digests the proteins that stretch between the cell walls of animals gets bound to platelets in the human bloodstream and is almost instantly neutralized. I showed him where the bite was as evidenced by the red streak, and sure enough it was in the corner of the nail bed and very soft tissue of the cuticle where the spider could actually get a strike. He asked if I had some kind of platelet disorder. I made a quick call to the cancer research hospital I worked at in the evenings at that time and sure enough I had donated platelets the evening before being bitten. A process where they put you on a platelet apheresis machine and extract almost all of your platelets for donation to kids who are in need of them due to having low counts from the chemotherapy. It was at this point that the entomologist started hyperventilating and asking all kinds of questions. He was low-key freaking out. He kept repeating that this was a billion to one event and he'd never heard of it before. He ended up getting me to sign some papers so he could have my medical records and published a paper on it. Fun for him but not so much for me. The white paste that I pooped for 3 days was the epithelial lining of my entire digestive tract which came out as white pasty looking individual cells. By the end of the month everything was back to normal like none of it had ever happened.